Good morning, everyone. Well, there's 7 days until Christmas, but we've got 6 do-it-yourself projects you might want to start thinking about now to look at for after the holidays. Ashley Kirkland live at Lowe's with more about those projects. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Vicki. We're at Lowe's and they have 6 different projects for us to think about before we go into the new year, or maybe a little bit after the new year. I know that people have their homes decorated lovely for the family that's coming into town. You don't want to mess things up. So we're going to talk to Jeremy Rice, Pro Service Specialist here at Lowe's, to talk about some of the projects that we can get started with after the new year. Jeremy, thank you for being here. You're jumping the gun with us here already. It's not even Christmas yet, and you're getting us started on holiday projects. What do we have?
Well, you got to think about what you're going to do starting in 2014, and we have the first 3 we're going to talk about is looking at maybe updating your home with some new paint, spicing up things, maybe throwing some new color on there. Another thing would be windows, doing, whether it's putting treatments or just anything simple. And the last thing would be lights. So first we'll talk about paint. Okay. Paint's pretty easy. It takes time, patience when you're cutting in. You can tape to prevent from it. Cost-wise, not bad, anywhere from $100 to $200 depending on the size of the room. And the time-wise, it's going to take, about 2 days to do due to all the time that it takes drying.
So how do you know when it's time for a new paint job?
It's up to you. If you think it looks old and dingy and you got people coming over going, man, you should think about putting some yellow on that gray wall. It's really up to you. Paint doesn't really go bad or out of date. It's just a matter of what you want to do.
Well, if your guests are saying that, they shouldn't come over again. Okay, what's the next one?
Next would be window treatment. Now, what do you think? Do you think this one, what's something that you could do inexpensively for window treatments, Ashley?
Okay, for window treatments, you can just clean your windows with good old-fashioned Windex, or they have even the Windex wipes now, right?
That's right. That would be one inexpensive way just to, make the windows look nice and clean. And you could even have your kids help you. You might have to go back afterwards and touch it up, but something that you could do that's nice and fun for the family. And you could do that even before the holidays, just so you get a nice clear view when you're looking out. The other thing is to add a blind or curtain or something like that. Pretty inexpensive, anywhere from $20 per window up to $150, depending on what you want to do to your window.
Now, how easy is it to install a blind like this? I see this is one of the plantation wood blinds.
They can be challenging. You're going to have to be patient with them. You're going to want to measure a number of times before you come into the store and get things cut, because once it's cut, it's yours to have, and if it doesn't fit, it's an unfortunate event that you're going to end up spending twice. So just follow the instructions, take it nice and easy.
Okay. And what's next?
The last thing is maybe replacing a light fixture. So you could, again, cost-wise, you could get not a terribly expensive one. Could be $10. This one, for example, is $100. You could spend up to $300 on ceiling fans or very elaborate lights. So difficulty-wise to put one in, it's not too bad to do. Most of the instructions explain it very well. Where it can get tricky is if you have old wiring that's corroded, or if it's starting to fray or fall apart, some of the older wiring in homes. That's when you may want to think about calling a professional. Okay. The biggest thing is making sure you shut the power off before you start playing with it.
Oh, that's so important. So would you say that the biggest factors here would be time, cost, precision, and patience?
Yes, particularly with these 3, precision would be the big thing, just being patient and taking it nice and slow.
Well, thank you, Jeremy. We'll be back a little bit later with 3 other projects for you to start out your new year, post the holidays, and make your home look nice so you can bring in the new year with good cheer and new things in your home. So back to you, Vicki. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette TV 6.
Good morning, everybody. I'm sure that homes around the area all decorated for different holidays, but once you take those decorations down, you may be finding there's some work that needs to be done around the home. This morning, Ashley Kirkland is live at Lowe's with projects for after the holidays. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Vicki. We're back here at Lowe's and we're talking about those post-holiday home improvement projects. Now, if you're thinking already into January, February, and thinking about what you're going to do to update your home for the new year, you may want to pay attention. I'm here with Pro Services Specialist Jeremy right at Lowe's, and he's talking to us about 6 different projects that you may need to do after the holidays. Jeremy, we talked about 3, which were the windows and the light fixture updates as well as painting. What else do we have here?
The other three are your flooring, a bathroom, and maybe finishing off the basement.
Okay.
As for flooring, the price-wise, it can be anywhere from $1 to $10 a square foot, depending on what you choose to put down. There are some things that it's maybe best to leave to a professional, like putting down carpet.
Okay.
But wood flooring, maybe sprucing it up with refinishing it, maybe ripping up the old tile and updating to something new and something a little more bold that you didn't anticipate doing initially.
Okay.
That could be one thing. It's something that is more of a moderate skill set. So the big thing would be, making sure you do your research beforehand, making sure you have good underlayments underneath before you start just really diving into it.
Okay. So out with the old, in with the new. And next we have the bathroom fixtures, which are always a good thing because a lot of people, it seems like that's the last thing that gets updated in homes. You go into a nice home and they have this bathroom that looks like it's from 1983. What's to do with that?
Well, the bathroom is something that is normally maybe last to be updated or things like that. Faucets are fairly easy to replace. What you may be looking at replacing is maybe putting in a new toilet, something that's a little more water efficient. Same with their faucets. Faucets are becoming more, water, making sure that the flow is correct and things like that. You might update your vanity. If you're really going to dive into it, you might even replace that tub, which can take a lot of work and just end up really, that's something you probably don't want to do before the holidays because it's really going to probably make a mess in your house.
Now, is a tub update something that you could do yourself, or is that something that you would call a professional for?
Depends on how much you want to venture into it. Updating a bathroom can be as easy as replacing the faucet, something you might be able to do yourself, to as hard as replacing the tub. Your cost is going to be anywhere from maybe $500 to $1,500 or more, depending on what you decide to put in. If you decide to make, custom vanities or things like that, that's really going to add the cost. So it's something you could do. If you're willing to really venture into a tub, go for it. If not, there are plenty of remodel guys out there that are looking for work during the winter months particularly.
Okay. And what next do we have to update?
The last thing would be maybe finishing off that basement. Somewhere for people to socialize or hang out. You're going to end up having to build walls, maybe run electrical. That's going to be, it could be anywhere from a week to a 3-week project. Could run anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. It just depends on what you want to do with it.
Okay.
And part of all 6 of these things go into remodeling a basement or updating a basement or finishing it off. So that's something you may want to tackle yourself, if you have time or vacation that you're looking to use up maybe early in the year, or depending on when things work out for you, maybe late in the year.
Okay. And I watch a lot of House Hunters International and House Hunters, and an updated basement will get you a lot for your home. So that's a good tip.
Yeah, it's something that, people are going to appeal to, more living space to have and more space to utilize for hosting or things like that. So it's something that people are looking for.
All right. Well, thank you, Jeremy. Happy holidays to you. And hopefully these tips were helpful for viewers. Vicki, I'll take it back to you in the studio for now. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette, TV6 News.